That was a good finale. I wasn't sure if she was going to do it or not, but she did. And I'm kind of glad. Not because it was the right choice to make, but because, usually in these stories, especially Marvel, the person doesn't make that kind of choice. They make the, I guess you could say, right choice. But that's the thing with Ruby. She's been making good and bad choices throughout the show. And she's never fully grieved. So I understand why she made the choice she made. And people like Rockstar should be happy because it's confirmed. No more is it, isn't it? Confirmed. The characters in the MCU. Now we can just move forward, especially how this ends. Because Riri didn't take the hood out. She got the hood, but she ain't take him out. And because of that, he gets to come back, possibly even worse, because he needs help. And though she didn't like point him in her one of her new friends' directions, the people around her still get caught up. Whether it was Ezekiel or her friend from the magic shop. Either way, but people been complaining about the villains being taken out. Well, here we had like a street level, low level villain who can come back worse because Riri wasn't trying to do that. Wasn't trying to. She just wanted to get the hood, and she did. I like their little fight, and I'm glad that the fight wasn't like the end, and that it was more open to things that go forward, because everything comes with a cost. And people usually complain about the shows all ending in like big fights, but luckily for this one, we had a big fight, but that wasn't the end. No, it was just the beginning. Hopefully, they follow through and continue the story with the hood. Well, not the hood anymore, but probably will be again. Riri and friend from the shop, and Ezekiel, who thankfully got saved by Riri. It didn't make them good or cool or friends necessarily, but we can work on that. I hope to see him again. And fam and everyone bonded, but her friend we gave her for making the AI, well, try to understand it. Now I'm curious to see, because she wasn't expecting it to be done the way it was done. Probably gonna be happy, but we have to wait and see, because this can blow back on her like everything else has. Because throughout the series, she has been getting knocked down repeatedly. Always getting up, but still. And now, I mean, it's her chance to be a hero. But maybe a little more gray because that's what she's been in the gray area. Has a line of where she's willing to go, but things are different now. We made a deal, and it's gonna be coming to be collected. We don't know what he's gonna take because he always all the answers he ever gives, you won't miss it. It's something you won't miss. That can mean anything. And moving forward, I hope they keep the magic aspect of Ruby now that she's like incorporated into her tech and stuff. We need to keep that for when she comes back. I'm curious where they gonna use her because they need to because all this setup. It was a great finale. Was it one of the best shows? Um, it's on the higher end, definitely. Loki is like still my favorite. Then I would go. I don't know. I liked Miss Marvel. I liked Falcon and Winter Soldier. They kind of with that one, you know, cobbled through at the end. Could have strengthened that dub because they wanted to toe the line when it didn't need to be. Hawkeye, I enjoyed it. Not as much. I liked She-Hulk but I do think it should have like did more lawyer stuff. I mean, it was advertised as comedy, and I like that and like the characters, but I feel like lawyer part should have been like focused on more. And what else? Secret Invasion. They didn't know what they was doing with that. They should have just they shouldn't that shouldn't have been one season. They shouldn't have did it the way they did it, and it was cool at the start. Then it just went off the rails. Point is, this is definitely one of the more enjoyable ones. And started off okay, but progressively got better as it went on. Definitely one of my favorites, and can't wait to see these characters again. So I hope they get used again. But yeah, that was good.